In this video, we're going to talk about why discipline fails without subconscious alignment. So if you're a coach, a trainer, a therapist, a consultant, and you find yourself starting and stopping, and maybe you even find your clients starting and stopping, I'm going to share with you exactly why this is happening and how you can shift at a subconscious level. Now, first of all, why would you listen to me? Well, if you don't know, my name is Don the Hypnotist. I run a multiple seven-figure one-on-one hypnosis business where we work with clients one-on-one to help them rewire their mindset and optimize their subconscious mind so they can hit their goals. And also I run a multiple seven-figure hypnosis training business where people actually learn these skills for themselves or to integrate into their current coaching practices and businesses. And I've gone from solopreneur, not knowing anything about even hypnosis or the coaching world, to creating massive amounts of success, expanding my team in a very short amount of time. So I understand what's going on internally, what are the beliefs at each of these different levels that keep people stuck, whether it's one-on-one, whether it's one into groups, one to many. And so I know exactly how to help you break through those different levels and stick to your promises and commitments. In this case, because we're talking about discipline. So let's dive in. So discipline versus subconscious alignment, okay? So what's the difference? Well, discipline is forcing yourself to do something, right? It's doing, Mike Tyson said famously, discipline is doing something you hate to do, but doing it like you love it, which obviously discipline is really powerful. I'm not saying to avoid doing things you don't want to do. Now, what's the difference between that and subconscious alignment? Well, subconscious alignment is aligning your belief systems, optimizing your internal operating system to be able to enjoy the things that you once didn't like. So let me give you an example. I've been working out for, really in sports, really my whole life, but once I hit 15, 16 years old in high school, I've been lifting weights for 20 plus years. And yes, there's times where I don't want to do it. For the most part though, I enjoy going to the gym. So for me, it's not really a discipline thing. It's more of that subconscious alignment. I have positive associations with going to the gym, and I've installed them at such a subconscious level, not necessarily even on purpose per se, but just throughout my life, that I enjoy. I'm in alignment with that. Now, where people fall short is their subconscious mind may say, man, the gym, it takes too much time, it's not worth it, it's not gonna work, or whatever the case may be. And then they're trying to force themselves to go to the gym using discipline, and it'll last for a little while, but again, the subconscious mind's always gonna override that and keep you stuck. So we're gonna talk about some of the things you can do to align your subconscious mind, combine it with discipline, and that's where you really stick to whatever those things may be. Now, what I've seen this show up for people in their businesses is when you start to scale, okay, and you wanna force yourself. Let's say you're like, okay, I'm gonna make 5 videos a week for Instagram, for Facebook, for YouTube, or I'm gonna hire that new person in my business. I'm gonna grow or expand or whatever the case may be. And you're starting off, you're good. You're doing it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then around the 3-4 week mark, you start finding yourself not showing up like you said. You start finding yourself finding a way out. Well, the reason why, again, is because it's out of alignment. Now, one of the reasons it is out of alignment is because you have subconscious beliefs that go against what the discipline is. And it may be fear, it may be some negative emotion. So example, let's say that you want to show up for yourself on social media every week. And you have this fear of judgment, and you have this shame, and maybe it's a thing from your upbringing, it may be a religious thing, whatever it may be, from your peers, your family, your friends. Well, you may start to do it for a couple of days, and then you get that one person that comments and says, this is stupid, or a friend that says, oh, what are you doing with this thing, whatever. And then all of a sudden, the discipline fails, you go back to your subconscious beliefs of the fear, of the shame, you're no longer sticking to the discipline. Now, I wanna share with you a quick story on that note so you can understand the concept of what I'm saying, so you understand, it'll make sense here. So years ago when I first started my YouTube channel, okay, I think my YouTube channel maybe 4 or 5 years old by now, I started making videos on YouTube. And I'd post them on YouTube, I'd post them to my Instagram, I'd put the link in there, the whole thing. But then when it came to posting it on Facebook, okay, I wouldn't post it on Facebook. Now, can anybody guess why I didn't want to post it on Facebook? Matter of fact, if you want to take a guess, pause this video, comment down below what your guess is. Don't cheat, I'm gonna give you the answer right now. Pause the video, comment. Why do you think I didn't want to post on Facebook? Okay, I'll tell you why. Very specifically, my dad was on Facebook, And I didn't, for whatever, I'll tell you the reason right now. I didn't want my dad to see my videos because I feel he was gonna judge me and make fun of me or whatever, right? Now, I can't remember a time consciously when my dad made fun of me, especially as an adult, but there was some type of internal resistance. So what I did is, rather than forcing myself to continue to make the videos, I immediately dove into my subconscious mind to figure out, why am I feeling this pressure, this fear of what my dad's gonna think? And this is what I discovered, okay? And this is something that we teach our clients when they go through our training, is how you do this process for yourself so you can internally optimize on your own, and then also how you can help and integrate it and do it with your clients, right? And then we do it one-on-one. So what I discovered is that when I was 2 years old, my parents had me when they were 15 and 17. They were both in high school, so really, really young. And so when I was 2 years old, my dad was 19. He's hanging out at the house with all his buddies. They're watching sports. They're all young kids, young teenagers for the most part. And I'm in the bathroom. I'm taking a bath by myself. And at some point, I'm like, I'm done with the bath. So I get out of the bath and I run into the living room butt naked, okay? And so my dad, oh man, delete that image from your mind. My dad immediately, obviously your response is gonna be, hey, whoa, what the hell? Get your butt back in the room. And because he responded that way, I felt this shame and fear of what my dad was gonna think. Now, this is obviously not a big deal, okay? I'm an adult, I'm okay with it. The difference though is that when I was 2 years old, that was a big deal. And at 2 years old, being scolded for whatever, it created this fear. It was planted the seed of what my dad's gonna think. Now, the beautiful thing, this process took 5 minutes. I identified what it was, I went in, I rewired it, I removed the subconscious barrier, and I immediately posted those videos on Facebook. And now I could care less what anybody thinks. Obviously I'm not gonna do stupid things that I don't even wanna do in the first place, but when it comes to putting myself out there, making videos, making content, I could care less what my mom, my dad, my wife, anybody has to think, as long as I'm doing things that are in alignment with me. So that's an example of discipline versus subconscious alignment. I could have kept trying to force myself to make the videos, and eventually either one, I would have stopped making them, or number two, I would have not shown up as my authentic self, and the audience would have felt that, and my videos would have gone nowhere, right? But as soon as I align my subconscious mind, boom, I'm able to immediately, literally as soon as I open my eyes, I pulled out my phone, threw the video up on Facebook and launched it. Now, what I later discovered is that when you post YouTube videos on Facebook, they don't like that because you're taking them from platform. So it actually doesn't really get very much engagement. So I really don't do that anymore. So that's an example. Now, the other reason discipline can be faulty or difficult for people at times is it leads to fatigue, right? You're constantly having to force yourself. And again, I'm not saying to not be disciplined. I'm saying, how do we align our subconscious beliefs so that the discipline becomes natural, becomes automatic, right? And one of the ways that you can do this is by creating an internal representation at a subconscious level of the outcome that you're gonna receive by being disciplined. So what does that mean? So let's say, for example, you are wanting to expand your business, you wanna put yourself out there on social media. Okay, you can insert any goal, it doesn't matter. You wanna hire somebody, whatever the case may be. And you are forcing yourself to do it, but it's just clunky and you don't wanna really do it. Well, if you created an image in a mind movie in your mind about what you're going to receive as a result of doing the discipline and doing the work, suddenly the resistance goes away. So as an example, let's say you're visualizing and imagining an abundance of clients because your videos start going viral online or whatever. And you start really seeing the lifestyle that you're going to create by creating a personal brand, by putting yourself out there, by hiring that new person. And you can make it clear, you can make it sound really beautiful, you can make it feel really good. Well, once you imprint that at a subconscious level and you do it enough, what'll happen is suddenly when you feel that internal resistance, matter of fact, right before I made this video, I'm in the basement of my home right now. This is our theater room. I was upstairs in my home office and I was talking to my team and we were talking about whatever. And I say, all right, guys, I better get going because I got to make some YouTube videos right now and I don't really want to do it. And I'm feeling some non-confronts. I'm feeling like I don't want to make these videos. So let me go right now and do it. Now, the way I was able to shift out of that is I've created a subconscious alignment by creating an internal representation of why I'm making the YouTube videos in the first place. So when I do that, suddenly now the resistance goes away. And now I can show up and have fun and have energy. Matter of fact, this is like my 6th video I've done today. By the way, usually if you see me in videos and I have different shirts, it's the same day. I'm just changing up my outfit to spice it up a little bit, okay? Hit the like button if you're feeling me on this so far, okay? So these are examples. So now I want you to think about this for a second. Have you ever been watching TV, you're watching YouTube, and a commercial comes on? It's a pizza commercial, ice cream commercial, McDonald's commercial, whatever. And the commercial was shot really well. The lighting was perfect. You know, the hamburger looked just pristine. The person biting it just looked like they were just, oh my God, they were just so, you know, it felt so good. It was so tasty. They had the music playing, and the representation, what it looked like, sounded like, and felt like, you might even smelled it. All of a sudden you found yourself in that moment going to buy the pizza, or even that later that day, or even a couple days later, where the internal representation made such an imprint on your subconscious mind that you couldn't help yourself, that you wanted to go get the freaking burger, okay? Have you ever hit the like button if you've ever had that happen before? Well, guess what? You can do that same process with your goals, with your dreams, so that just like you felt almost compelled, like it was an addiction, like I gotta go get the burger, I gotta go get the freaking ice cream, you can do the same thing, but in your business, all right? So listen, guys, if you're a coach, a therapist, a trainer, a counselor, you work one-to-one or one-to-many in the transformational space, and you wanna be able to program your subconscious mind so you don't have to feel so much discipline, so things naturally happen for you, and really optimize your subconscious mind, go to the next level. My team and I are doing a free assessment where we're gonna do a deep dive and figure out what are some of the beliefs that may be holding you back and how we can help you quickly get to that next level. So that's you. Click the link below and book your free assessment now.